Just remember. Hello, teacher. How are you?
Hi, Mirza. How are you, sir?
Fine. And you? How are you?
Bilko Tikta.
Bilkul Tikta. Very nice. When you, first of all, I'll make one thing very clear that I introduce you. I make your introduction as a great person of a superpower for Pakistan. These words were dedicated to your work because you are on Pakistani screen first time. So now you will have to tell us that along with work, you are also a person with the positive things. Because many words you do for the humanity and for the Pakistan reflects a very great thinking, and you most of the times you kept yourself behind the screen, except the shows, music contests. Then you first of all tell us that what the thing you which you kept you, which you lead you to this direction in Pakistan, that you must do that.
Well, first of all, I don't think of myself as someone coming from a superpower. And I don't have this superpower kind of thought in my head. Of course, I know that the country I come from is considered a superpower. I mean, there's no doubt about it's considered that. But I personally consider myself a member of the human race and a member of humanity, first and foremost. I think that when I have to answer to God someday, at the end of my life, he'll care more about what people did for humanity, for the betterment of all of us. And I would hope that whether it's an American or whether it's a Pakistani or someone from some other country, that they would be interested in whatever they do being good for all human beings, not just for a few human beings or for a superpower. But rather, if you're going to be a superpower, then be a superpower that helps the whole world become lifted up, lift all humanity. So this is my thinking. This is what I try to do. And I try to inspire others to do that. Whether they're Pakistani American, it doesn't matter to me who they are. I've been in Pakistan since Zalzala 2005, and I fell in love with the children here right away. I fell in love with the people here, and I found it to be a fascinating and beautiful country that was worth my time to come and help children here who needed help. After all, my son, who's just graduated from his university, has had everything, even though I'm not a rich man. Honestly speaking, I don't even own a home. I don't own anything. I have a guitar, a laptop, a few books and clothes. I'm not a rich man. I give all that up. I'm not interested in that. So for me, it wasn't a difficult thing for me to stay in Pakistan and help people that are very much needy. And my son has had everything. Good education, good food, good security, good places, good toys, good house to live in. Even though it's a rented house, he's lived in a place that's a good place. The Pakistani children, and every child in this world, they deserve no less than what my son has had. So as long as there are children in this world that are suffering and not able to have what my son has had, then I will be working to try to give them whatever I can give them. That's it.
Very good. You clarified one thing first, that in fact I was to clear the misconception that what does mean the superpower, and you clarified it very much.
Well, you know, a superpower can do many things. It can do the wrong things, and I believe that my country is doing many wrong things. Many things that are not productive, counterproductive, and dangerous. I don't think that they're 100% at fault for what's going on in the world, but I think that they're not helping make things better, and in some cases they're making things worse. And so, if you're going to be a superpower, do you use that power with arrogance and might is right, or do you use it to help the human beings? And I think, unfortunately, the United States of America is not, right now at this time, engaged in a process which is helping the planet and all human beings. Rather, there's leaders in the United States that are doing some very bad mistakes. And unfortunately, the people of America are also suffering for this thing.
And what will you say about that? How can they change their attitude towards whole humanity, not specific Pakistan or Muslim world, towards humanity?
I think that the biggest thing, quite frankly, is the government and the media. They only tell 2% of the truth 100% of the time to American people about places like Pakistan. So the American people need to get their information from other people, because I don't believe that our media and our government are going to do the job properly. They're interested in the negative things. They're interested in the things that get the attention. Terrorism and these bad things happening. But through efforts of not just me, but other people who are trying to show the positive side of people in the world in places like Pakistan, then maybe collectively with G1 TV and others that are doing positive things, we can get the attention of the American people through music things, through other ways. You know, sometimes we have to think out of the box. Sometimes we can't think about conventional solutions to problems. We have to think in other ways. And right now, the problem is, how do we get to the American people to show them that so many millions and millions of Pakistanis are wonderful people, and other countries that are looked upon in a very suspicious and with a lot of enmity and distrust by Americans, because they don't know the whole story. So we have to tell them the whole story. We have to show them the people here that are people that can be and should be friends, very good friends, and helping each other. And if we do that, then we minimize and marginalize the bad people on both sides, and we minimize those extremists on both sides. And hopefully we can come together in friendship and trust and mutual understanding, and then we can build things together to make this world a better place, inshallah. This is what I hope we can do. And I hope that through media like G1, through efforts like Sonic Peacemakers, that we can achieve these things together. But it'll take more than just G1 and Todd Shea and Sonic Peacemakers. It'll take collective. But we have to start, and we have to build an army of good, an army of peace, and an army of constructive behaviors and endeavors. And this is what I think can solve the problems in the world. Because God has given us everything to solve the problems, but it's our decision. Do we choose the right way or the wrong way? God has given us this choice.
In this regard, do you see the ray of hope in future in the shape of the youth of both the worlds, developed world and third countries?
I do. Because of internet and communications devices, we are now able to communicate better and at farther distances quicker. And people can learn from each other if we communicate and if we show each other the good side of each other. So I think that I have tremendous hope and reason to hope. And I believe that the kids of Pakistan, I have been from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Swat, and Charsada all the way down to Hyderabad and Karachi, and I've spoken at Dow Medical College and Ayub Medical College, Indus Valley School, Kamsats, Must, many different schools. And these kids are brilliant in Pakistan. And even in the little villages, in the tiniest, poorest villages, the kids there are brilliant. They don't always have the luck and the opportunities that some have, but they're brilliant. And there's a lot of hope for the kids here because of their brilliance and because of more ability to communicate than ever before in the history of the world. And I think that brilliance of kids in Pakistan and the ability to communicate more and better to people around the world, with technology starting to catch up, and now even going to some of the smallest villages, and inshallah in 5-10 years it'll be everywhere, ubiquitous. This is what I think will see a change. This will marginalize extremism. It'll give children a chance to hear from ideas from all over the world, and it'll give honest and good people in Pakistan a chance to do what they do without being marginalized themselves. Because in Pakistan, people who are trying to work hard in an honest way, sometimes they're at a disadvantage. So we have to give them more advantage. So that working honestly will be more beneficial to society and to people, individuals, than being dishonest.
Did you see